And bring our shoulders, our feet under our shoulders here. And deepen your breath, straighten your posture. As you begin to breathe in, become aware of your breath. And just breathe in and out. Become aware of how you feel the breath coming in. If you feel it in your nose, or you feel more the sensation of it going out. And just begin to let go of the day and come into your body in this room for self-care. Inhale, send that breath into the belly, and exhale. Inhale and expand the belly. Exhale, draw the navel to the spine. In, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. And inhale. Exhale. Put your awareness into the soles of your feet, connecting with the earth. Relax those knees and line them up with your toes here. Expand as you inhale. And exhale, contract and draw the navel to the spine, all the air out. Inhale. And exhale. Begin to just let the shoulders hang here loose. Maybe some intuitive movement here. You need to just shake it off a little bit. And even as we root into the earth, imagine a string pulling your head up here, grow an inch taller, drop your chin. And inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Continue with the breath. And begin to connect with Source. To embrace the Tao, which we're a part of. So connect with the universal consciousness. Connect with Architect of the universe. Connect with God, however you see it. Exhale. Come into your body. Stay out of the conversation in your head. Now connect with that energy, that prana, that chi, that life force that animates us, it animates everything in nature. And we want to relax and amplify that feeling of life force and vitality. So as you inhale, bring the hands apart, expand, and exhale, contract and relax. Inhale, and exhale all the air out. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, bringing the hands together, sensing that energy. A couple more times. And exhale. And set. So we're going to begin to come up onto our toes, and you don't need to necessarily follow me. Just get into the rhythm, your own kind of rhythm, and feeling into your feet as you come up on the toes, and you can go up just a little bit, or you can go up higher or start low and then kind of build it a little bit. Rolling onto the toes, rolling back. You can lift your toes a little bit here. This is not like the one we usually do. We can lift the toes, whatever you're comfortable with, but let those feet feel the movement here. And as we do this, we're beginning to move that lymph in the body that detoxifies. It does not have its own pump, so we need to move it. This is one of the ways we can do it. Coming up on the toes. Good. A little boost there of energy, the blood flowing, the lymph flowing. And one more time and set. So now I'm going to show you sideways. Remember last week we were talking about this curve in the lower back, and we're going to come forward with the weight and lift the heels just a little bit, but then when we come back, we're just going to rest the heels down, no toe lifts. So it's natural when you come forward for the chest to rise a little bit, and then when you exhale, I really want you to round that back under, contract the front. So inhale, and exhale. Get some movement in your spine. When you come up, there's no need to arch the back. It's kind of natural. Just lift the chest slightly, but when you exhale, really curl that tailbone under. And inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale. Let's stay here for a moment, tucking the tailbone under, dropping that tailbone down, and set. So hopefully you're feeling a little more in this space, in the present moment. A little mindfulness here.
It never fails. I yawn during that at some point in time.
Okay, so continuing with getting some movement into that spine, let's bring our feet apart a little ways. The knees are relaxed, the feet are flat connected. And we're going to turn sideways and begin spiraling the back here, turning side to side. Again, you don't have to match up with me necessarily. Just feel that movement in your spine and let the arms come along for the ride. Deep breathing, inhaling completely and exhaling fully. And set. And let's let the arms swing. Keep the knees bent here. And you know, we have to be able to let go of things. Somebody's always telling me, just let go of it, honey. Let go of it.
Well, that was a clue.
And you know, you have to trust that process. And it gets to the point sometimes where you understand that, hey, it's better. It's actually easier to let go. So as we do this, let's change it into the monkey leaps from a tree and exhaling through the nose. And inhale. Good for the lungs. Inhale. And inhale. Now I want you to think of something that's been aggravating you, something big or small you want to let go of. And as you exhale, let it go. Delete it. A couple more times. Keep going if it's something you've just got to do it a few more times. And last time. And shake it out. Shake your shoulders. Shake out, shake out, shake your shoulders, the neck. Move around. Intuitive movement here. And I'm kind of feeling kind of stuck energy in the neck. We'll do this for about 5 or 6 more minutes, the Qigong. And so let's stand in a relaxed fashion and begin to do, it's not head circles because we're not going to let the weight of the head pull on our neck. We're going to imagine we have a pencil here, and as we're drawing these circles, we're lifting up through the neck. So we're spiraling up, making more room in the cervical area and trying to draw nice circles. And we'll pause here and flip the pencil around, take the eraser and erase each one of those circles. Each one. So if you feel like you're getting a headache or a neck spasm, try this and hopefully you'll head it off. And set. Now draw those shoulders up tight here and hold them up to your ears. Hold them. Now take a deep breath in and exhale, drop the shoulders down. Gathering the sun to press the earth. We inhale, gathering the sun. And as we exhale, we put our hands on our lower back. Inhale. And as we exhale, come down as far as you can comfortably to press the earth. Round your back as you roll up, stacking one vertebrae on top of the next. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and float the arms down. So inhale, picturing gathering the sun, and exhale. Inhale, hinge from the hips, knees can be bent. Now we inhale on the way up because we want to suck that stomach in, the muscles to support the back, and the chin comes up last. Squeeze the shoulder blades. And we'll do this one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Now exhale, we're going to stay down this time. So come down as far as you can comfortably here. Let the head relax. Let the head relax and begin to move in different directions. And come back to center. Take a breath in and blow it out. Now inhale and roll up very slowly. Chin comes up last and squeeze the shoulder blades together and bring the hands down. Next we have King rides the horse with fiery eyes. So we're going to be in our horse stance with our knees pressing in and our legs pressing out as we get onto our horse. And remember that we're upright here. So we're not leaning forward, and we're going to bring our hands on our sides right here. And we're going to do one arm at a time, going to the center line and gazing over the knuckles for focus. Then we sink and switch. Now we rise with the arm extended, looking over the knuckles, and then sink and switch. And rise, inhale, and exhale. Inhale. So I was going to say, if you didn't let go of what you need to let go of, you could imagine punching them out. Sink and switch. And rise, inhale, and sink and switch. And rise. Now this time we're going to come down into our horse stance. Feet are parallel. Again, trying to press those feet, the whole of the foot down. You may feel a bit of a stretch there. And we're going to hold here. And we want to make sure that our knees are over our toes. We want to make sure they're not collapsing in with your out over your toes here. As we return to our deep breathing, our belly breathing, we're going to inhale and expand. And then exhale, draw the navel to the spine. So we have our yin-yang breathing, which incorporates a visualization. And as we inhale, we see this little golden chi ball traveling up the back, all the way over the top of the head. And then as we exhale, it comes straight down here on the midline. So inhale, send it up your back as you expand. And then exhale, it comes down, and I want you to lift your pelvic floor. Inhale and relax, bring the ball up over the top of your head, and then exhale and lift everything tight down. Relax and inhale, and exhale. Picture that ball however you want, and a couple more on your own. Seeing that energetic ball, just erasing any blockages that are there. All right. Now before we do any more work with the legs, I'm going to work on the hips, loosening the hips. So go ahead and kind of really need these chairs. They're probably going to be good in the orientation that they are there. So we're going to start, and I am going to turn my back to you. So we're going to start with the leg swings front and back. So just hold on here for balance, a little balance, and get into a position where you really feel that those legs can swing. More of a swinging than a lifting here. Get a little momentum. Really loosen up into those hips. And hopefully this will be good for your sciatica. As it gets all jammed up back there, switch legs. Takes a few times to get that feeling of letting the leg swing as opposed to lifting it. And just let the momentum carry. So now we're going to turn towards your chair. And this one is sideways. So I'll start with this outside leg. And it's coming across in front of you. So you're facing the chair, and it's coming out, and the foot's not flexed, but it's not pointed either. It's kind of like that. And just let it swing back and forth. This is my favorite exercise right now. It just fixes so much in the hips. A couple more times. And set, and switch. The foot's going out to the side and crossing right in front of you. And set. Good job, everyone. Does that feel like it was loosening things up there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do the stretch leg. The guy showed me this one, where you take your leg and go. You know what? This leg is just don't want to work. Where you're just swinging it.
Swinging it around a circle,
Like
like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Anything-
it's good for the hip.
Yep. Everything that gets jammed up in the back, the pure form, IT band, all that musculature. And then the second thing is where the head of the femur fits in the hip socket. So we don't have a lot of blood supply there, and we don't get a lot of movement in our hips. And so that's when people get hip replacements because of AVN, avascular necrosis. So yeah, that's a good one. Good one too.
Yeah.
Very good. All right, get some water.
This morning he had us sitting on the ledge of the wall. You know, we had sit on laying on the wall.
Oh, those wall squats. They're very hard.
And
You think, oh, I'm leaning
I was
against the wall.
thinking, dadgum, I thought riding the stupid horse was hard.
Yeah, those wall squats are really hard.
Yes. Where did you find them? In Pilates or just?
I think I just exercise
Yeah, you
video
think
or
because you're
something.
leaning on the wall.
Actually, no, I added some physical therapy
Uh-huh.
homework for
Uh-huh.
some body part. I don't even know which one it was.
Also, I was reading today that resistant weight training is good for dementia, not to get it, but to prevent it.
Okay. Yeah. I believe it.
Anything you do is good
Mhm.
for you.
Yep.
Except alcohol, pot,
Yeah. All the things I need to survive 5 grandchildren. Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, now you tell me. Exactly.
Okay, so remember we're gonna do some side to side motion, transferring the weight, and your toes can turn out for this one. And remember that we're sitting on that little stool that slides. So we're sitting back on the stool, but our body's upright, so we're not leaning forward. We're straight up, and we're just sitting on that little stool that's going right across here, right across. So we remember that energy that we were feeling, that we could get the energy, the chi in our hands. And this is called the sun and the moon. So if you're over on whatever side you're over on, that's the top hand, okay? So we come through the middle because we don't want to rush it. We want to transfer that weight over here. Okay. So we have that ball. We want to keep that roundness. And the hands actually naturally go around, stay around the ball as we shift. As we come through the middle, we can go a little lower, getting into those hips here. And feeling with the whole of the foot. So sometimes this is a bit challenging. In this position, you want to roll on the side of your foot, resist that, keep the whole foot flat, and you get a lot of mobility in your ankles. You can just hold it apart.
It's your ball.
It's your ball energy.
It's like your hand on the top and the bottom, you know, like we're holding the.
Okay, yeah. I'm not, it's a real ball, not my invisible one.
Right, exactly.
So, you know, we don't have a lot of strength in our legs, but in societies where they squat,
Right, yeah.
they never have problems with their legs as they age. So, yeah. So, if you don't have a ball, or even if you do, try a little intuitive movement, like move it around in space and see if you can sense that energy. All right. And you can set your balls down now. And we're going to continue on to the form. And we'll start, I think everybody's pretty warmed up now. And we'll start with a set here. And we're going to start and go all the way through till fist under elbow. So we begin with our feet in a V, and we have that straightness in our body. We shift the weight here over and step out. We shift into the left foot and bring the right foot parallel. Inhale, the arms come up and the fingers extend, and draw them back and let them slide off like a waterfall. Here we shift the weight to the left foot and turn on the right heel. Now shift the weight forward. Pick up that back foot, place the heel down, and come across the diagonal to turn front for a ward off left. Peel the back foot up, step with the right foot, and in a similar fashion, come across to facing the sidewalk. Lift the hands and for roll back, grasp the sparrow's tail, roll back, press the wrist, grasp the sparrow's tail, withdraw, and push, and single whip. Turning the right foot in, shifting all the weight into the right foot, forming your beak here, and extending the foot to the left. This is where you really need to come through the middle to come all the way here. Now we turn to the front for lift hands. Drop the arms down. Shoulder strike to the front, and then Struck spreads his wings. Turn slightly to the right, step out to the left, brush knee. Rock forward and step back, bring the feet together. And again, brush knee, stepping out to the side. Then deflect downward, intercept and punch, left, right, and punch. 70-30. Right under the elbow and press. Now turning to the front, we want to step in so the feet are parallel and the arms are crossed in front of the chest. Here we're going to think about stepping back into our diagonal corner, back corner. As we embrace tiger, return to mountain. Roll back, press the wrist, separate the hands and push. Now going to the diagonal, single whip, the front left corner, and then we turn so we're straight on to the corner here. So here, let's talk about fist under elbow. And you've probably seen it, maybe you're familiar, maybe not. But we start in single whip, and we're going to change directions. From the corner, we're going to turn to this wall. So we start that turning by stepping, the arm and hand go together to the left. Then we step with the right foot, and we keep turning to the left. And as the hand comes by the chest here in the front, we bring the fist from the right under the left elbow. So, let's break that down a little bit, starting with the lift hands. So lift hands is right before shoulder strike. The palms facing the elbow, and the arms are relaxed. And as we draw the right foot in, the arms come down in a protective manner. Then we put our foot out before we put weight on it, and we're going to shoulder strike to the front and then turn to the left. And as I turn to the left, my foot just came in a little closer. Then we have our brush knee, and we step out a little. Rock forward, place that back foot down, lift hands on the other side, bring the foot in. Then we step out again as we brush knee. Take the weight out of the left foot, frame the foot. Step with the right foot, hide that fist back here, chop and step with the left, then punch. Go under the elbow, withdraw and push. Turning to the front, the arms circle out to the side and come up for cross hands. Now we're going, there's really no pause there because we are going to continue our step to the back. It looks like a brush knee, but the only difference is once you've brushed, you turn the right palm up. Then it's the same, roll back, turn the waist, wrist to wrist, separate the hands, and push. Single whip diagonal. Turning to the diagonal. Fist under elbow. We're going to change directions. So we step, turning in that direction to the left. We step with the right foot and we continue to turn to the left. Then as we don't go any further, we're going to come back to the right. That left hand comes here and fist under elbow. You want to keep going? Or keep resting?
I need to do that a few
Okay.
times.
Okay. So from
And
the
I'm
beginning
gonna-
or from lift
No,
hands?
no, sneak back here. Just so I can see you.
From the beginning or from left hand?
No, just, more.
Okay. That's what I was feeling, so that's what we'll do. So with left hands, we start with our arms on center line here. The elbows are heavy, and we draw this right foot back, all the way back as the hands go down. Now we bring the foot out with no weight, then we bring this hand up for shoulder strike. Turn right to your left and raise your hand so you're shielding your eyes. Left hand rests on our column of air. Then we wind up and we go step out a little and brush knee and push. Then we lift the back foot, place it down, bring the foot in a little and repeat. Turning, hand comes by the ear. Frame the foot, left, right, no weight. Now we have the weight. And then we push. And as we push, the hand comes back. The hand goes down by the elbow. Withdraw and push. Turning to the front. Stepping the feet parallel. The arms come in front here. Continuing to the back corner, embrace the tiger, and then roll back, same movements, press the wrist, separate the hands, and push. Single whip to the diagonal. And turn, bring that back foot along. Now we have fist under elbow, changing direction. So we step, and we keep turning to the left, then we return to the right, fist under elbow. Good.
And you know what, I wanna do this hand, never this one.
You're dyslexic.
Well, yeah, and I'm coordinated.
No, I know what you're saying. I did that the first couple times.
It's just natural for me to do that.
Cause I'm already moving that hand and I'm
Yeah.
like, keep on moving it up, yeah.
Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right. Well, it's supposed to be left, but mother wasn't gonna have a left hand. She also wasn't gonna have a redhead child either, but include her after she died.
Let's take it from the beginning, and I'm gonna give minimal cues. So,
I like the cubes, they're very calming.
Here, I'll switch with you again.
That's what
I'm
Cindy
finding
said.
my
Cindy
best
said, I
spot.
don't like I don't get it from printed list.
Uh-huh.
I hear your voice.
Yeah.
But just one thing to keep in mind is that we have that box around us, and that's when we say we're going to the corner, it's the corner of our box. When we say that we're going to, this is embrace tiger, return to mountain. After we close the first third,
Uh-huh.
we shift the weight to the left. Now I'm going to the corner of my box, so it's not a big step here. I'm not going to the corner.
But you're not going to that corner, you're going all the way to that corner.
Right,
Right,
correct. That's correct.
The back corner of your box.
So if you had your box, I'm starting facing this way, and I'm going to place my right foot to face my corner of my box,
Right.
the back corner, or the southeast.
And then when you come back though, you come back and.
When I come back, if you
start
picture that
turning
box,
again,
the diagonal would be
to
like
that
that.
corner, and then, but after that, after you go to that corner,
Mhm.
then you do another turn, and then
Then
you say
I
keep
change
turning, that's the part I
directions.
need to watch that again.
Okay, all right.
If you could just do that part one more time, that,
Mhm.
like you're facing that, and I'll just watch you.
Perfect.
I just wanna see, you do that double move, that double turn.
Mhm. So, do you want to change where you are in the room, or can you see?
No, I can see you, and I'm
Because I'm
not
coming to
gonna
the
do it,
left.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna watch you.
I'm coming to the left, so we're gonna end up facing that. So it's not a full, 90 degrees, right? It's 45, right? We're just going from there to there. So it starts, with the left step to the left.
Mhm.
And the arms don't move, they just come with the foot, okay? And then a step, as I'm turning to the right, that brings that right foot there.
Okay.
And then the completion of the turn is like that. It just comes
You're
like
just
that.
turning really your waist. You're not really turning again after that.
Right. That's correct. This foot is in place.
So when you say keep turning, you're just meaning your waist is
Well,
continuing to turn.
We say waist.
I mean, but you know what I mean, your
Yeah,
upper body. I
we
mean, you're not
say
moving your
waist,
legs.
But it's your nose and your dantian. So I'm turning. This allows me to go further, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not turning just like that. I have to keep my
Headlights.
my alignment here, and I can't. There's a certain point where I just turn so far, and then my hands just are going.
Right, but you're not moving your feet during that one.
No.
You're not turning.
No.
Okay. Okay.
No,
All right.
not moving the feet.
Okay.
It's here, here.
And then show me the hands now. Now you've turned and now you're just kind of bringing the hands up.
Well, the hand comes by the inside here.
Okay, the hand kind of circles.
The hand comes in,
I'm trying
because
to
you've gone
make it.
as far as you can to the
Right.
left.
Right. And
So
then
now I'm gonna bring my foot with me as I come here.
Toe down? Toe down. With our toe down? Or toe or heel?
heel
I don't
down or
know.
toe down.
Just do it and we'll tell you what you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to give you what. you know,
Yeah. No, and I get it. I get it.
Because, you go here and you step, and then as you shift the weight into the right foot, you're rounding this out.
Right. And then you're just coming in.
This comes together when
And the
when
foot comes
arms
with
coming
it.
up, when the arms coming in and up.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It just kind of comes in with it.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Okay.
Yep, the arm goes with.
Kind of curves with it, but comes up with the leg.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
it just keeps going, and maybe that'll get us to do the right
Yeah,
arm.
and
Yeah.
that's why I was doing it.
Yeah, because I mean,
Because it's a natural move now that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
right,
So that
and
was
you're just
good.
moving it with the leg and you're
Yeah.
and holding the other arm still, just kind of.
Yeah.
That's right, and you're right about the feet. You're already, once you step with the right, that's it. It's just, so.
Okay, all right.
From lift hands?
Mhm.
Sure.
Okay, as the arms come down, foot comes back, step out with no weight, now shoulder strike, and stork spreads the wings. So I'm facing straight on here, and turn slightly to the right, step out slightly to the left, and brush the knee and push. So Jen, you're leaning just a little bit,
Thank you. That's always a reminder I need.
and bend your elbows. You can have a little bit of extension, but I'm bringing it in kind of tight so you can see the movements clearly.
Okay.
So here, we shift 100% to the left foot, pick up the right, we place it down, and then we lift hands. And this foot's gonna come in a little. Then we repeat. Stepping out to keep the shoulder width. And again, pushing. The right hand should be in front of the right shoulder. The left hand is resting on a column of air. Take the weight out of the left foot, frame the foot, put your right foot down, no weight. Now as you put the weight in, it's one movement. So, all the way, and then coming forward, but not lean, just coming forward, bending your knee, and straight up here. Let's do that again. So we had our second brush knee. Is it better if I'm over here? Second brush knee. Well, I won't see it in the video.
Yeah, you're fine,
Okay.
I'm working it.
So we're 70-30. The back foot's angled out. And we take the weight out of the front foot and the arms come down. This is a protective movement. Now we put the weight into the left. We place the right foot down, but no weight. And it's one movement with the left hand and left leg. And as I move that way, I brought this fist to hide it. Then I shift forward under the elbow and push. Turning to the front, cross arms. Now going to my back, diagonal corner of my box, not a big one. And then as I come this way and brush the knee, make sure you bring that back foot around. Yeah, this foot should be out.
That way?
Yeah, so let me see,
Okay,
let's see what happens from cross hands. When you are turning, turn on your toe and think about dropping that right left arm down as you turn. Turn on your toe, because think of the direction you're going, and then step with the right foot, heel first, and brush your knee. So that was perfectly correct, but if you brought your foot over a little bit more to this side, you'd have a little bit wider stance. So again, cross hands. Remember you're turning, and as you turn, let that heel come in. And then it's the same kind of thing where we did this by the ear. So we're turning and stepping to the right, and then brushing. So if you step more to the right, it's going to give you a little wider here. Let's try that. Turning, step not ahead, but to your right. There you go. Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Okay, versus going that way,
Yeah.
turn, gotcha.
Yeah.
More
it's-
turn and less forward motion,
Mhm.
got it.
More stepping to the right, less stepping forward. Yeah.
Okay.
Then we roll back, same thing. Wrist to wrist. Separate the hands and push. Single whip. Bring that right toe in. Weights in the left, weights in the left. Now the weight goes to the right. And here it's the same thing. Pick up your heel. Pick up your heel. And then again, not stepping forward, stepping left. See how that gives me bigger stance? So maybe that's what's happening. Maybe you're stepping forward. How's it going there, Pasquale?
Good, I'm stuck.
You're stuck. Okay, so let's take it from the beginning. And yeah, I think it really will help if you think of, I'll try to point out when you're supposed to be stepping to the side, not forward.
Okay.
So, begin. Weight in the left foot. Weight in the right foot. Step with the left. Come across the diagonal. Board off left. Peel up the back foot. Turn. Step out. Straight onto the wall. Slightly to the right here for roll back. Come forward and push. Separate hands and push up. Shift back, arms straighten, turn. Weight is in the left. Now shifting the weight to the right, form your hook and extend the arm, lift that left heel. Now step to your left, not forward, and turn. Pick up your, turning to the front, pick up your right heel, and lift hands. Hands come in, step, strike, turn to your left, turn a little to the right, and brush knee. Pick up the back foot, place it down, draw the hands together and the foot in, and then repeat. 70-30 here, so we're going to shift out of the left, and then we're going to put the right foot down, and as we put the weight in it, we chop and step, and then punch under the elbow, and push. Turning to the front, step in. Remember your box. As you shift the weight to the left, lift the right heel, and step to your right, not forward. And turn to the corner. And roll back. Press a wrist. Separate the hands and push. Shift back and turn for diagonal single whip. Step to your left and bring this right foot along. Fist under elbow. You start turning to the left. Release the beak. Step here and continue. And then continue to the left and then come back to the right. So we're fist under elbow. The next movement is repulse monkey. And for this one, we started talking about it last week. It requires that you're able to step back as though you're on a railroad track. So you're going toe, heel. It doesn't have to be a big step, but it's toe, heel, and you're trying to keep the feet parallel. Toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. So when you walk forward, it's heel, toe, and your feet probably turn out a little bit, but try to keep them parallel just to get that feeling of being on the track. And then when we step back, we literally put the toe down first and gently put the heel. It doesn't have to be a big step. So toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. So
Do you
practice
lift up
that.
your foot or do you drag it?
You can, in the beginning, if it's easier, you can let it touch as you're bringing it back. But you do lift it. You lift it kind of like halfway between because it's such a small step, it might be in contact as you're lifting it. But you do lift it. Keep it down if that's helpful. So you just here, and then you come down, and then you lift, toe down, roll it down. Lift, toe down, roll it down. Lift, toe, and roll down. So that's a good one to practice, as though you're on a railroad track. And you have to have this kind of shifting of the weight, so you empty the right leg when you first start, so you can lift. And then place the toe to the heel. Then the weight shifts over here, toe to the heel. Then the weight shifts, so you can empty this one. Toe, heel, and goes back and forth. As you're going back, we start with the fist under elbow. Let's just turn this way so that you can see. We have fist under elbow. My weight is here. Toes down on this one. See, muscle memory. Toes down. So I'm going to start by stepping back with my left foot, the toe. I turn slightly to the right, and I step and I push the right hand. Then I turn or fold slightly to the left, fold into that hip, and then I step back. So just see if you can match it up. Maybe now just trying the arms, don't worry as much about the feet. So as I'm lifting and I'm ready to step,
Don't worry, I stopped myself from knocking over the laptop.
You got real excited.
Repulsing that monkey.
You know it. You thought he was spanking it.
So it's, we're gonna break it down, because it's complex movement that if we wanna just think about, let's just think about the arms now. So if I'm stepping back with my left foot, my right arm goes back, and they sort of exchange.
Wait, do that again, say that again, I already got lost.
Yeah.
Okay, so if my weight is on my right foot, I'm gonna turn slightly to my right.
Okay.
Almost like we said the wind up, where you
Yeah.
brush your knee. That's the same sort of movement. The arms come up and then step and push right hand forward. The arms go up, step and push left hand forward. The arms go out a little, step and push and step and push. So think of all those neuroplasticity that you're developing.
Yeah, it's like that patting your head and rubbing your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
So practice the stepping. And then the next thing would be to say, well, if I'm going to lift my left foot, my weight must be over here. So that's the hand that is going. Here's one hand. Just one hand. Weight here. Wherever you're putting the weight. So it's the opposite. All right, well, you can practice that on the replay. Let's go ahead and do 3 pull down the heavens to close out class. So we'll come back to our center here, and everybody did great, good work. And we're going to inhale with the palms down to the earth, and inhale and turn the hands over, lift to the heavens, whatever that means to you, and bringing that energy down in your body. And inhale the energy of the earth, energy of the heavens, and bring it down. And one more time, inhale and exhale. Good job, everybody. Great class.
Thank you. I'll see you next week, and I'll keep my alarm going.
Well,
I'll try to